Hey there, my name's Adam. I'm going to be giving you a quick walkthrough demonstration on this Montana High Country. We'll start up here in the front storage bay. Right here is where the 12-volt battery is located. Behind that is your battery disconnect, this red switch right here. So if you want to shut the battery down when nothing's pulling power from it, just turn that off, and it's not gonna drain your battery quite as fast. Left of that is this disconnect. This is for the inverter right here. This is your inverter that runs your residential fridge on the inside of the unit. That disconnect will shut down the inverter. Over here, this is your panel to run down your jacks. So this is an auto level system. What we're going to do is turn it on, and say we want to run the front jacks independently. We want to get it off our truck. We're just going to hit front right there on the home screen. That's going to bring it up. If you want to retract the front, hit the retract button and hold down front again. Now, say we want to auto level. So we just got off the truck. You always want to start with the front of the camper a little bit high, and then you can hit auto level. Now this is going to take this roughly 2.5–3 minutes to auto level this unit. And you also want to make sure down here, when you get off the truck, you want to make sure that you leave a little space on your jacks to extend and retract. So don't just pull this pin and drop it all the way to the ground. You know, just leave a few holes where this is going to have some room to adjust itself. Right here, it's a 30-pound propane tank. You've got two on this unit, one is on the other side. Right here, inside this compartment, we have our water hookups. So at the very top, a little outdoor shower. And then this is where you're going to winterize the unit, right here. And that connection. This is the water heater bypass. So when you go to winterize, it's going to be in the on position to bypass the water heater. So regular position, it's going to be off to run the water. Below the winterize is the city water connection. So if your campsite has a water hookup, that's where you're going to hook that in. And then also, this out of the way, this winterize button right here, turn that to on whenever you want to winterize the unit. And right down here is the black tank flush. Make sure that your valve is open on your black tank, and then you can hook water into that and flush it out. And also to fill the fresh tank, you're going to be hooked in to this city water connection, but you're going to turn this valve to fill right here. And then whenever it's full, you can put it back to normal flow, just like that. And then down at the bottom are your low point drains, your red and your blue lines for your hot and cold. Okay, right down here below the frame, this is your fresh tank drain, that white valve right there. And then back here below, let's open this up. Below your steps are all your other waste drains. So open this up, and then you have gray on the left and black on the right. Gray is your shower and sink water, black is your toilet water. This is the sewer cap. Take the sewer cap off, and make sure you have those valves closed when you do that, and then you're going to be able to dump your tanks. One more thing up here. If you can look right in there underneath the frame, there's a blue line with a little valve on it. You're going to turn that valve to drain the water out of your refrigerator. So when you go to winterize it, just open that valve, drain the water out. Put that back down. This is where you're going to hook in your shore power. This is a 50 amp service unit. This plug is a twist lock. So what you're going to do is line up the tabs, twist it to the right, lock it into place, and then you can tighten down that nut to secure it. Storage in the back here. More storage right there. This is your water heater. Only thing you need to know out here is the drain plug. It's right there. It's an 1 1/8" socket to drain that. And the pressure relief valve is right there. All the controls for the water heater on the inside on the monitor panel. So right inside here, here's the monitor panel. All your switches. So you go water pump, water heater, gas, and electric switches right there. Right down here, you have some tank heaters. So if you're going to be camping in cold temperatures, you can turn those on, keep the tanks from freezing over. All your light switches here, also light switches there. So right over here, this is what you're going to monitor your tanks with. So we can hit battery, we know our battery's full. And then black tanks, gray tanks, and fresh tank. Whenever those fill up, they're going to go to full, and that's time to dump them. Right down here are our slide switches, all 4 of our slides. And here's our awning switch. Go ahead and run that out, show you what it looks like. So you definitely want to make sure that there's no obstructions in the way when you're doing this. So watch out for tree limbs or vehicles or anything like that. Now the awning will actually roll up backwards. You keep your hand on the switch, so when it gets to about that area, you want to let go of the switch. And then to make a pitch adjustment, what you're gonna have to do, you're gonna have to get a step stool, unless you're 7 feet tall, and pull down on that arm right there. Just pull it down this way, and it's gonna pitch the awning whichever way you want it. Same way on that side. Back in here to this monitor panel. Right here is the fan switch, the ceiling fan, and then right up here, this panel, you can see your inverter. So I can see my voltage coming out of an inverter. I can turn it on and off from here just by hitting a switch, and it's got a couple different selections on there you can read about in your owner's manual. This is in this bag, it's got the central vacuum hose and all the attachments for it, and it's gonna hook in right down here. So to turn it on, put that switch right there and hook in your hose right there to run your vacuum. We've got the fridge on right here. All the controls are right up here at the top. And then freezer down here. And you can see it's making ice there. Down here on the floor, this is the carbon monoxide and propane leak detector. So this one is plugged in, or it's hooked directly into your battery on the front of the unit. So as long as your battery's hot, that's going to be working. And the smoke detector is right up there. Now that runs off a 9-volt battery, so you need to check that periodically. Right here's the range. So if we want to light the range, going to turn the eyes on, hit this igniter over here to light them. Definitely make sure this glass top is up when you do that. And the oven's going to be the same way. We're going to put it to the flame, which is pilot, hold that in, keep hitting the igniter until it ignites. And then you can adjust your temperature beyond that. Microwave's right there. Over here on the wall we have a GFCI outlet. So many of the receptacles in this unit are tied into this one. So if you have a receptacle not working, like your phone's not charging or something, you can come here and make sure that hasn't tripped. Over here we have our max air vent control. So hit on, it's going to open up the vent, and then keep hitting the on button to adjust through the speeds of the fan, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 being the highest. And then when you want to turn it off, you hit fan off, and it's going to close itself. And it also has a rain sensor, so if it's raining outside, it's going to close on its own. Right here is our thermostat. So, first option, we have fan. You can go low or high fan. And then we're in cool. And then you can adjust your temperature right here. And then also have cool high auto. I recommend running in cool high auto just because it's going to automatically switch from what it needs to do from low to high fan. And then we have your heat electric and heat gas. So for the heat electric, you're gonna need to run the fan on low or high to run that. If you have it in auto mode, it's not gonna work on the heat pump on the AC itself. And heat gas is just the furnace. And the other thermostat, I believe, is right down here in the bedroom. So this is going to be the thermostat for your rear air conditioner. The only thing on this is it's not going to have a heat pump selection or furnace because there's just one furnace on this unit. Down here in the bedroom, you have an emergency exit here, closet, you got receptacles next to the bed. Also have storage box underneath. And up there is the loft, and it has a few USB ports and receptacles for it as well. And the bathroom, we also have a max air vent on the ceiling, and then you have your light switch and a receptacle. And the big thing in here is you want to make sure the shower door is latched when you're going down the road. That's a glass door, and that's why they have this travel lock here. Make sure that clicks in like that before you pull it down the road. Up here in the living room, all we've got a stereo right here, and this says Bluetooth and speaker selections for inside outside speakers. Over here is where our TV is hooked in, and this TV raises up and down. So when you go down the road, you're going to need to go ahead and lower this TV all the way down. And also on this unit with the inverter, I'm looking at this receptacle right here. Every receptacle that has that yellow sticker, that means it's running off the inverter and solar panel. So you're able to have 110 power when you're not plugged in, when you're just running off your solar panel and your inverter. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any more questions, you can go visit our website or give us a call. Check out the link in the description down below.